Um, I had hung out with my cousin recently, and she's way older than me, and she told me. So I had like a deceased family member when that happened when I was real young, and I didn't know about it. Or damn, TMI. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. I had like a family member or whatever that died, and nobody ever told me about it because I was like 4 or something. And then my cousin, she told me like I hung out with her recently, and she was like, do you remember like you would go to your parents and be like, hey, I talked to this person, hey, I talked to this person, and that person being the deceased family member, and nobody ever told me about them, but I would like I think talk to them in my sleep or some shit like that. And whenever my cousin told me that, I was like, yo, that's crazy. And I asked my parents about it. They're like, yeah, bro, I used to like be like have full-on conversations with this girl, and in your and you say it happened in your sleep or something. And anyways, as I walk more through life, or like through this spiritual journey that I'm trying to that you know um I think I realized like yeah, whenever I was younger, I think I did talk to that family member, and it's because I was so young that we're on this earth right now, we're on this dimension, and it's below whatever we were on before we were born. You know what I mean? Like before I was born, we were like I was spirit. I was much higher somewhere else, and then I got put in. We all got put onto this earth, and whenever I was a child, I was closer to that light. I was closer to whatever light that allowed me to talk to my sister and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like it's like how people are like kids see ghosts and shit like that. Like I don't think it's a lie. And when you're a child, you're pure. You're your most like you're just yourself. Like you don't really care about anything and whatnot. And as you get older, you get more responsibilities, and you get like an ego and self-conscious and whatnot. And that light kind of erases. But what I realized is that yeah, we all have that light, and we could all get back to that point where I was at. Like I think every child had that in them, or everybody does have that in them. Is that's why people are like, keep your inner child, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to just get so so involved and dedicate your whole fucking life to like money and just material things, because it's really nothing at the end of the day. It's all bullshit. Everything, and it's not bullshit. Like everything's beautiful, but like it's all temporary. Nothing's infinite except God and whatever the afterlife is and whatnot. And I've been trying to like when my cousin told me that, it didn't like set me on this spiritual journey, but then I guess as I got more on the right path, like got out of drugs and actually started like dealing with hardships like sober and on my own, and started getting into my more artistic side, writing, getting back into running, and actually doing like what my heart wants to do, what Mateo fucking wants to do, is when I started getting like seeing that light come back in me. And I think I think that's what finding God is really really being yourself, is being like doing what you want, because we all have that light in us. We're all on this earth to be good, and I don't think anybody on here is just set to be fucking bad, ah but yeah, I've been trying to, or I'm on the path to finding that light again, and I've been seeing signs that tell me I'm on the right path, and that's God talking to me. For example, me and my brother, we didn't really talk that much, but there was one day where I was on a shroom trip. I ego death. I would talk about that in like another video, but I was in his room, and he helped me so freaking much, and I was crying and whatnot, and it was a beautiful experience that I'll talk about. And what's it called? I was planning on getting a tattoo, and I didn't tell him about it. Like I told him I was getting a tattoo, but I didn't tell him what tattoo I was getting. anyways, that day of the ego death, my brother went on a walk and he saw a bunch of black butterflies. Just he's really tapped into that kind of stuff. Like he's like, damn, what does this mean? Because he just finished talking to me. He goes on a walk and he just sees a bunch of black butterflies and he never sees them. And I didn't tell him about my tattoo, but what I got was, well, guess what it is. You know, I got a black butterfly and whatnot. And whenever I went to show him, he's like, what the fuck? And then he told me that story that he saw a bunch of black butterflies after my ego death. And he's like, yo, whatever you're doing, like keep doing it, man. You're on the right path. And that's like kind of God. I feel like that was the sign that's God's telling me, like, hey, like, I really am on the right path. And yeah, like, I'm finding that light again. And I don't know, it's pretty beautiful, I think. And like I'll go to sleep and I'll have dreams and I'll dream of these like beautiful things now. And I don't know, it's just cool. I like the path that I'm going on, and everybody can do it. It's like we overcomplicate like religion and finding God and doing all this shit so much. And I think like not religion. Religion is beautiful, but like there's not there's not one true religion. There's good things of every religion. Every religion has like key aspects that they're all the same. Like basically like be a good person, keep talking to God, and you got to obey whatever God or you're gonna go to hell. And fuck that hell shit. Hell, we're on hell right now, bro. Like not saying the world is terrible, but it really can be if you make it to be. You know what I mean? Like if you think the world is bad, or if you're a bad person, then like you know what I mean, and you see the world as bad, like that's you being a bad person, and you're living in hell. And there's no like you don't believe in God and you go to hell. Like no, God is just inside us. We are God. Everything is God, and we are representations of God. And God is something like he's something so beautiful that we just really can't comprehend. That's why I don't agree with like. Or I think Jesus is cool and the whatnot, but I don't think he was God, or like he was like God, like he had God inside of him. That I think that's a story he was trying to tell people, but not that he's God, because I don't think God can be a human. You know what I mean? Like that's just God is something uncomprehendable. It's kind of like he can't be a human, but you can have God inside you, and or you do have God inside you. And I think the more you be yourself and the more you do things that your heart tells you, like, and yeah, just keep, and the more you enjoy life and like realize like, hey, we're on here, this is beautiful. Like I think after we die, I think it's probably something so beautiful we can't comprehend. But and that's what makes me not scared of, like I was, I'm scared of death still. Like I don't want to die. I really like this life, but like I was really scared of death because I was scared of going to hell, but now I'm like okay with it. Like I'm like, oh, whatever happens happens. But right now I'm human and I'm here to be human, and I have, like, we all have spirit in us that's so pure, but we're kind of not trapped, but in a way we're protected by this body that we have, but we're destined for much greater and like beyond this life. And it makes me excited, like getting closer to God and whatnot. And I'll stress myself out. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I'll read all these fucking books and Gnostic views. And I talked about it probably in another video, but I overcomplicated. It's not. It's just something we don't know, like 100%. But like what, like early times and whatnot, and like what's the right thing and who exactly God is, we just won't know. We won't know. We can't comprehend it. Our brains are too fucking human, too small to comprehend the greater shit that goes on. Yeah.